Right. Back in the game. My plan is to basically try to tank it as long as possible. Hope that some of these guys get their courage back in the meantime.
To battle!
Okay. Dire Tiger back in the game. Elenia back in the game. Okay. Been good. As long as he's focusing on me, we have a chance. The Dire Tiger especially should be able to hit it fairly easily. Nope. You need a roll of over 30. You did. Ah, shit. 42 does hit it. No, it hits me. Still, it's getting regular hits. Not all that much of it, but still. They're more or less critical hits. So yeah, our chance of hitting hit are not great. Summoned a Dire Tiger. Needed a roll of 13 to hit. Right. Slowly but surely. Extra firepower. No, that's more like it. Again, just needed someone to tank it for long enough. Give the other a chance to be going to offensive. I do like the fact that I'm basically only here to be attacked by the enemy. All my spells are, and pretty much everything I do is worthless. 46 electrical damage. Killed him. Good time.
To your weapons, and don't let up. Attack!
Dragon head, 100 pounds. The head of the green dragon Deathmist. Lord Charles Sotheby of Amalis will be pleased to see this on his table. You're gonna eat it?
This load is a bit of a strain.
Huge success. Honestly, thought he would be tougher. 8,000. Sorcerer Holberg. Charisma +4. Long sword of somethingness. Crap, 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 and don't know. That's it. It we might be able to go into the structure here. This door seems to be open. Yep. Nothing there. Jammed fast.
To your weapons, and don't let up.
So this is more or less a battle arena for the dragon fight. Right. I can dig it. Wonder if the rest of the druids want to pick a fight with me. Well, there should be fights to be had here. We need a few thousand if we want to get a level up, so I'm gonna fight those fights to the best of my ability. It's a huge amount of experience potentially wasted if I just ignore it. That's not gonna happen. Okay, I guess the the druids are still here.
Certain death comes for you!
Elemental druids. Give them the maggots. The maggots! Fortitude save versus disease success. Even they, and they're not particularly weak, have basically like a 50% chance of being affected by it if the melee touch attack works. So, I don't think there's all that many opponents on this world that could be realistically be affected by that.
Your death shall.
Ronan is not doing well.
Try me!
I'll have your life!
Be easy enough to heal. Right, anything good? No, the same two standard healing potions. Fine. Still, experience is good. 1,500 experience gained so far out of these fights. We can get up at least extra 500. And we were here to remove this particular threat anyway, so might as well kill as many of them as we can. We have a big problem with the ability to deal with mind control effects, though. This is not something new. We've basically been unable to face fear-inducing opponents multiple times already. And that's unacceptable. Do I have any way to counter that? Paladin would have, I think. He's not in the group though. I suppose I could go buy potions. clarity potions. They're not exactly the same thing. They'll run out, but at least that would uh, allow us to do an initial period of fighting. By the time the fear effects strike at that time, we could possibly be in a position that where it isn't going to end up in our defeat anymore. Basically done enough damage that we can survive with the rest. Bigger problem is if we can't get to the part where there's a fight in the first place. Right, we're done. How many clarity potions do I have anyway? 1. Well, whoopie fucking do. Still, we have been able to play fairly casually. I mean, I haven't really had to switch spells, even though there have been terrible spells mostly for the situations we faced. Yeah, I think these are just... you can't justify this shit. I'd like to use it, but there's so few opponents that can even in theory be affected by them. Right, compared to your options. Cold Lightning might not be all that amazing, but at least it fucking works against most opponents. Maybe Death Ward. Not sure if this is something you want to have in your standard spell selection though. Ice Storm is gonna be nice later on, simply because it doesn't have saving throws. And always deliver your damage. But for now... Wall of Fire isn't bad if it target takes fire damage. Lasts a reasonable amount of time. If they have any protection against fire, it's pretty worth it though. I'll take one. Way better than the maggot spell. I'll keep the Inferno as 2 different Infernos. It's a fairly good spell against certain type of targets. You can't burst through enemy groups, but top single targets, and as long as you penetrate the spell resistance, you're good to go. You can deliver a significant amount of damage. I'll see if I can get to the city and deliver the head there. And there was some kind of a floating lights here. Might as well take a look. Can't be worse than the dragon. Right, I think I saw it go there somewhere. Yeah, it's a poisonous swamp. It's some kind of a trap, but what is it? Should it just fight against the ball of light? There's treasure there. Glowing ball of light. It's not that tough. Hey, Will-O-Wisps. Not. Ooh, okay, they're capable. They also they have fear aura. Shit. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. Like, oh my god, this is gonna be bad. Is someone even
To your
fighting?
weapons, and
Maggie
don't let up.
again.
Attack!
Everyone else is freaking out. I want to see what we're gonna get from this. Longsword +1. So basically nothing. Seems like a dead end anyway. The tiger is fighting. Okay. Not sure how this is gonna go. We at least managed to spread them about a little bit, and I think I can tank these two indefinitely. So it's how well we... And there goes the tiger. Fuck. You... They're very good. Very good. Yeah, like +20 to their attack. I can tank it. I don't think Maggie can. So maybe it's gonna be horribly hurt. Yeah, they're gang raping Maggie there.
Out of our way!
And then they're gonna come after me, and there's a huge group of fear effects coming my way. I'm not gonna survive that. I need to go to Maggie. I need to go now. That way I can manage the fear effect to some extent. Right. Now all the saving throws have been thrown. Just attack something. Tiger is making a valiant attempt.
To your weapons, and don't let up.
And running away. No? Tiger is actually killing them. One down. And it's running away. Can I try to keep her safe? Hey, another one dead. It's so bad. I think attacking is our best defense here. We've been able to reduce their numbers a little bit. Important thing is we need to be within their fear aura constantly. That way they don't get to we don't have to re-roll the saving throws. Actually, we're rolling them constantly. We need a critical failure for it to affect us, but it can potentially affect us. And there goes the tiger again. Still, we are causing casualties.
Out of our way!
Hey! More progress. Another one joins the fight. Yes, another one down. And that's the last one. About 300 a pop from experience. So only 2000 for level up. I think I said something about these fear auras being the death of us. And here. Fairly weak opponents overall. I mean, not that hard to hit. You need a couple of hits and a single target was dead. But I think if I had not used the clarity, I might have ended up losing people here again. I need to keep an eye on that. I'll try to buy more clarity potions. It seems to last long enough to handle that sort of fighting. And definitely, ooh, more will-o-wisps. Shit.
Let's have at it!
So it unlocked some kind of will-o-wisp swarms here. Kill all of them. They're 300 a pop, and they're easy to kill.
Quick and quiet.
What the fuck are you? We basically have two guys most of the times doing any of the fighting. The ones with high will saving throws. Those are the two that are fighting. Pretty predictable. Alright, we're 1200 from a level up. Might even get it here. Need two more after this. Might be able to get it. There we are. So, another level up. Again, avoid fighting and you're just missing out on so much experience, it's ridiculous. Yeah, this could end up being fairly serious.
We shall not be defeated!
We should get a new level of spells. I want the spells. I think I'll take the spells. I'm still hoping... druids get some kind of a... insect swarm type of spell. I seem to recall that being a genuinely good spell, and it's something no one else gets. I'd like to get that before trying to multi-class into anything else. I mean, have some kind of reliable disruption spell. The fact that we can rely on these spells to some extent, or even now. It's just some of them are less than useful. They're nice in theory, but I feel you'd have to have very specific set of enemies to get anything out of them. Yeah, 7th level. Okay, harm is good, but I'm not taking harm. It's more of a priest thing, but it's good. Harm uses negative energy to reduce the target creature to 1d4 hit points. It's better than drown. No saving throw. Right. Random huge elemental. Firestorm is probably fairly damaging because it affects enemies only. All enemies within the area of effect are inundated with a rain of fire and take 1d6 points of damage per caster level to a maximum of 20d6. Half of the damage is divine, other half is fire. Bad against reflex, saving throw, colossal target. So this is more like a superior version of the lightning storm. But that's it. More or less the same. Through seeing all this, creeping doom. Aura of vitality. All allies within the area receive +4 bonus to strength, constitution, and dexterity. It's a nice buff. +2 to your attack and damage. Extra hit points, extra armor class. Creeping doom. Conjuration spell. No save. No spell resistance, so it always works. You just and target area large. You can't avoid it. Nothing you do avoids this. Caster summons a mass of biting and stinging insects, which cause 1d6 points of damage. Right. Just sounds kind of bad. For every subsequent round that creature remains within the area of effect, the damage inflicted is increased by an increment of 1d6. I don't think this is how it works. 1d6 for the first round, 2d6 for the second round, 4d6 for the third round, 7d6 for the fourth round, and so forth. I don't think that's how it works. Incorrect spell descriptions is not an odd thing. I think it works 1d6, 2d6, 3d6, 4d6, 5d6, and so forth. The spell deals damage until its duration expires, or it deals 1000 points of damage. Considering a fairly heavy tanking warrior might have a couple of 100 hit points, 1000 damage is a pretty big deal. And we are around level 13, I think. So 1d6, 2d6, 3d6, 4d6, 5d6, and 8d6. Yeah, it's creeping to ridiculous levels of damage. Point being, if we need to fight in some kind of position, we can basically just dump this right on top of us and stay there and fight. It should just kill people, and that's about it. Do I still have the maggot thing? Flame Lash. Well, it still sucks, so I'm not taking it. One with the land. No. The bark skins are nice, I suppose. I'll keep the Owl's Wisdom. The one wants stone skin. Freedom of movement is also fairly good. Paralysis, slow, entanglement spells. Immunity. The question is, do I want this to be my standard spell selection? Old monster might be better. Target monster is paralyzed for duration spell. I guess paralysis is technically mind affecting. So, well, it probably works for a lot of typical monsters though, so it's not too bad. I would like to have some kind of variety of spells, even though some are clearly better than others in typical fighting situations. Right. Where is the creeping doom? Good for us. Right. Deliver Dragon Head, leave things like that. Level 13 Barbarian. Looking good. Uh, as good as the Dire Tiger with more damage.
Hello there.
Ah, good to see you return, Ramir. You have any news? I have here the head of the druid leader, as promised. Good God, that's the head of a dragon. Yes, it is. This creature was responsible for the fall of Payburn, and it appears it had a bargain with the druids to control the area. It seems my order was subverted by this thing a long time ago. Whether it cast a spell on them or lured them with power, I don't know. It's all over now. Congratulations, Maggie. You finally beat them. That diabolical creature. No wonder the city fell in such a short time. Those troops never knew what hit them. You have done a magnificent job, friend. Not only have you removed the threat of the druids, you have avenged the deaths of all who fell in that city. Yes, those druids won't be a problem for a long time, if ever. It'll be 2,000 gold pieces, if you please. Here you are. Thank you for your sterling service. With people like you working for the crown, I'm confident that all of our current problems will be resolved. If you can take down that dragon, you can damn well deal with just about anything. I appreciate that you feel I can handle just about anything, my lord. But that dragon damn near took my life. No, it didn't. It was worth it in the long run, but I wouldn't care to repeat the experience unless I had to. So, was there anything else? Actually, yes. I didn't want to mention this earlier as it is something of a personal request, and fighting the druids was the top priority. What is it? A friend of mine, Alain Rich, has been missing for 2 days now. No one has been able to locate him, alive or dead. With your experience, I'm sure you could be of use to me in the investigation. Certainly. Any idea where I should start looking? Ah, that's good of you to help. You could start in his house. It was the last place he was seen 2 days ago. I have the key here. I ordered the house sealed to keep looters away. Very well, I'll look into it. Thank you so much for this. I'll see to it you are rewarded should you find anything of value. Okay, I'll report back when I have news. Well, I sort of expected our jobs here to end with this, but apparently not. It's investigation within this same city only, that I don't see why we
Well
shouldn't
met.
do it. I'll go and rest then. Since we got the level up, everyone will have new spells or abilities. Rest will do us good anyway. Alain reaches. Yeah, you don't have to be with us anymore. Creeping Doom sounds good on paper at least. That's one of those things that we definitely need to test out in practical terms. No way to resist it, but it does very little damage. I mean, it does damage at a class where I can basically tank that easily myself. So you can probably heal through it. You can, if you can block the damage, like even have a 10-point block, you can probably live through it. And there might be other rules that are not obvious by reading the description, especially since I don't think the description is correct anyway. So I don't want to pin too much of our combat capability hopes on that single spell. It might end up being a disappointing spell, but Cold Lightning is nice. Inferno is nice. Creeping Doom seems very nice. So I'm not totally. Actually, I'm much more hopeful about the chances of a druid now. I know I can survive. I can get armor class high enough that I can at least tank reasonably well against most opponents. I can still use healing and casting while I have the high armor class. So interruption probability is fairly low. And I still have a fairly capable combat portion too. And I can buff myself further. So I'm not particularly good at anything, and I can't use magical items. But there's still reasonable amount of power packed into this, and I think I'll have the best summoning spells out of any. Right. I'm not sure on the summoning spell thing. Wizard has a different selection, but what we have, I think we have the Elemental Swarm. Right. It summons an individual Elder Elemental, but if you kill it within the duration of the spell, just another elemental of different type will be summoned to replace it, then another, then the fourth one. So you need to kill all 4 of them before the summoned creatures basically run out. So it's a far superior deal than what most people get. A single elemental of some sort, or maybe a demon for a short period of time. And considering that a lot of creatures buff themselves initially or do something like that, it's Druid probably gets the best deal out of them all. Problem being, that might be sufficient when we're below 20, but this goes far beyond 20. So we fundamentally will have to rely on ourselves. I'll be a better fighter than an Elder Elemental. I'll be a very good caster too. I think I need to look on the epic feats that we can get. I didn't even think about that. High Wisdom would have given us Dragon transformation, but that's we can forget about that already. It's not gonna happen. It requires our Wisdom value, the normal Wisdom value, to be something like 30. It is a ridiculously hard thing to get, and you have to basically put everything on Wisdom and just take it as far as it can go. Probably spend some feats to get extra wisdom points to get it. And I'm not even sure if it's a Buck 3 dragon mode, so is it going to actually work like a dragon should or not. So it's a very, very risky thing to go after. So I'll see that. I also don't want to play some kind of shapeshifter, so not going to shift later on into some kind of shapeshifter creep. What I want to know is does Epic Druid has anything that really strengthens our character in way we sort of are planning to play it or have played it so far? If not, I'll definitely start multi-classing soon, because there's not much point in keeping pushing the druid's levels up if we are not going to get much out of it. Our best attack spell, seemingly best attack spell at the moment, doesn't require saving throws and it cannot be resisted. So additional attributes or levels are not going to do anything to change how Creeping Doom, for example, works. It's not going to do anything if we're going to cast some kind of elemental swarm. So there comes the point now, especially now that we have Wisdom 19, is that do we want to go higher with wisdom, or should I start raising physical attributes in light that I'm going to shift at least somewhat to have a combat focus? Things to keep in mind.